What is up, Starseeds? I am Sydalexandria, and today we are going to be talking about where I sleep. So, in case you didn't catch the vibe from the title and thumbnail, I sleep on the floor. I floor sleep. And before you jump to conclusions, yes, this is a choice. I totally understand, and I have even been there before where I haven't really had a choice as to where I slept, and I was sleeping on the floor not by choice. Now I am sleeping on the floor by choice. I do have a bed that I lay in sometimes to do some work on my phone, read. That's pretty much it. I don't sleep in my bed. Sometimes I will start the night off in my bed and fall asleep, maybe 5 times in the past year, over a year of floor sleeping. But other than that, I sleep on the floor. So let's get into this. How did this start? Why do I do this? So I had no clue that this was a thing. This was a hippie thing that people do. I did not know that. So I am still breastfeeding my son, and once he outgrew his bassinet, when he came home from the hospital, he slept in a bassinet next to my bed, and then he outgrew it, and we tried the whole crib thing for a bit. Didn't work out. So I ended up putting his mattress on the floor, and I ended up sleeping on the floor next to his mattress. So we weren't actually co-sleeping, he's in his bed, which is just a mattress on the floor. He technically floor sleeps too. It's like a Montessori floor bed, but he's not on the floor. He's on a mattress, a firm mattress. And I'm on the firmest surface you can get besides the ground outside, which is the floor of my house. And it's carpeted, so that's nice. And literally all I have when I sleep is my pillow for the back of my neck, my head, and then a pillow for underneath my knees, that area, and a blanket, because I need a blanket to sleep. I did a video on that in case you're interested. I have a whole sleep playlist that I'll leave in the description of this video, so check that out. Anyways, yeah, I just sleep with 2 pillows and a blanket every single night on the floor. I don't have anything between me and the carpet besides the pillows beneath me. Some people like to have a thin little mattress or something, or I don't know, a thin sleep mat or something. I don't, because I think the floor is super comfortable, and I've actually slept on the floor the same exact way, but I put a blanket down, just a thin blanket, so it's pretty much just the carpeted hotel room floor in hotels. I've done that, and it works out great. I find that the floor at hotels is a bit harder than the floor in my home, and it's a bit more uncomfortable. I like that super firm floor surface feel, but for some reason the floor in the upper story of my house is less firm than a hotel's, probably because the carpet is just nicer, and it's not super fluffy carpet, it's just kind of average 21-year-old carpet. Anyways, so that's how I sleep. That's how I started sleeping like this, and the morning after I woke up from that first night of sleeping on the floor, I was like, wow, I feel really good. And I'm you would think, sleeping on the floor I wouldn't feel so good. And then the next night, did the same exact thing. The next morning I was I feel amazing. I need to research this and see if this is why I feel amazing, because I slept on the floor the past 2 nights. Sure enough, I always knew that you want to sleep on a firm surface. My dad has major back issues, so I've grown up hearing about sleeping on firm surfaces and whatnot. And then I pieced 2 and 2 together. Floor's pretty freaking firm. Went online, sure enough, doctors actually recommend this. I think the issue is people just can't really get down to the floor and then get back up. So that's why a firm mattress is better, so it's easier for them to get into. But if you have access to like sleep on the floor, I'm not a doctor, but I love it. And I have to point out that a lot of people around the world sleep on the floor. It's not just hippies that do this. And I definitely understand that this is not always a choice, but I do want to point it out that it's not weird to do this. Millions, if not billions of people do this. Lots of people have just like a thin cot mattress or something like that, maybe not made out of the material that we're used to for mattresses in the US if you live in the US. But I also want to talk about like sleeping outside on the ground. However, you want something in between you and the earth if you do this, if it is cold outside, especially because the earth will suck the warmth out of you if you sleep directly on the ground. So keep that in mind in survival situations. You want something to sleep under, a shelter, in like a sleeping bag, and on like some form of mattress or just surface in between you and the earth so the earth doesn't suck the heat out of you. I just wanted to share my experience floor sleeping for over a year with you guys, because now that I've done this for over a year and I feel amazing every single morning, I don't think I will ever go back to sleeping in a bed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my sleep playlist in the description of this video and the other playlists on my channel as well. If you are interested in an astrology report, past life, qhht session, or reading, any form of intuitive reading, usually about past lives, or if you would like some advice on how to start floor sleeping or anything like that, please email me at sydalexandriaegypt@gmail.com. Peace out!